Alright guys, hey, welcome to the next episode. I'm just doing some work in the yard. I want to show you the step I've in. Obviously we've got the centerpiece right there that's going to be holding my projector, and then I've got a piece down here and another one right here. These are just broken up pallets. It's going to hold my DMX lighting. So let me turn the camera around and show you what I'm trying to do here is trying to set a base that's going to not move and that's up off the ground again, so I can keep the grass cut underneath and it's not going to kill the grass by the end of the, by January, because this is going to stay put through both Halloween and Christmas. This is just a piece of pallet. This is a quarter of a pallet, and I've kept the length because I do plan on putting a fish tank, 10-gallon fish tank, up and over this, so that will have plenty of room for that to sit. Got the bottom open, all the wires, everything that come through the bottom, and gives me some room up front to probably underneath the pallet to get a fan to blow up to keep the the device cool. Now I took some 2x2s as kind of a stencil, so I know where these are going to go. And this is mainly for when I start programming for Christmas. For Halloween, it's not going to make a big difference because all my programming is going to be, there's not going to be any pinpoints on Halloween. But as from here, I'll be able to, pinpoint this location to a specific spot, either on the house, or I think I'm still going to put the tower up in the back above the house. So these will be able to hit the top of the tower, and they should be able to rotate all the way around. And again, what I'm going to be doing is doing most of my programming from this direction to this direction, and from down. Pretty much, it looks like it's going to be actually maybe not from 0, because 0 is all the way down, but from 28 to 88, which I believe was the numbers, and I might go back just a little bit more than halfway up. But I've done this here, and I've done the same thing on this side with a little 2x2s is like a little cut just on the one side. And the reason I did it just on the one side is because I'd have to get a smaller piece if I wanted to do on this side too, but I want to still have room for my wires to come out on this side. Plus, that does the job. All right, it's located, it's not going to go forward, backwards, and it's going to be locked in there. All right. My intentions, I do have some security cameras. I do have an alarm system for the house. I do plan on putting some security cameras around here to secure these devices, to make sure, more as a deterrent, but I'll be able to monitor these because my security cameras have alerts on them to know if there's anything going on with these, and I can check on them through the show as well, even if I'm not home. Also, with the fish tank coming up, I'm going to have that somehow attached to this piece, and it's also going to be secured. So it's going to take a lot to have to be able to get into these things and to steal them or mess with them. I'm not necessarily concerned with someone stealing them, more concerned with someone vandalizing my equipment, my property. So hopefully those cameras will deter that. I'm also going to get some signs made up that lets people know that there are cameras and that it is being monitored. So, all right. As you can now see, I actually put up the screen. Put up the screen on the frame, so that's up. Hopefully I can start doing some test runs here once I get everything started to program. So I don't know if you can tell in the video, but there's a couple little, I would say seams, but creases from where it was folded. So after a little bit of time, those should fall out, and it should be nice. So one more thing done, out of the way. Okay. Back inside, got whatever work I wanted to do done outside with building the platforms. Back inside, I'm trying to get all my songs done so I can start programming them through the Lighterama software. My list goes, I've got Creepy, Doll, Funhouse, Ghostbusters, R.A. Your Brains, Thriller, and Time Warp. So I got 6 songs that I'm doing this year for the Halloween show alone. And then in between each song, I'm doing like a mini Halloween type clip that I was able to find and pull offline. So hopefully, right now the songs take a little while, but I've completed all those songs. I'm done making the songs. These little clips, they're pretty quick, pretty simple. So I'm just getting that taken care of now. Hopefully, be done with that this afternoon, so we can start jumping into Lightorama and start doing the programming there. So just quick update. This is basically what we're going to, this is a still pretty raw version of what we're going to be looking at. I did find this, this is a 10-gallon fish covers and gives plenty of room for the light to, you know, move around and spin around. And it doesn't really take away from the beam here in real life anyway. You got to keep this thing clean, so I'll be doing a lot of cleaning of glass anyway. So this does have a break in the glass here, so I might turn this around to put the break up front if I find that the light's gonna be shining through the glass a lot. And I might get some damp rid or something like that to put inside there with the light to keep the humidity out. If this thing gets warm and it's really humid out, it might get moist in there. Moist. What a nasty word. Well, it's been a couple days since I've actually uploaded a video. I plan on doing that today, but I've been pretty busy with work and doing some programming that I didn't have really a lot of time to edit a video. So I tell you what, this DMX lighting programming is actually coming along very quickly. It's definitely a learning curve when it comes to it, and I plan on updating my Lightorama tutorials so this season, so keep an eye out for that, and I'll add a tutorial on the DMX programming and what I'm doing here, but I'm not going to include that in this video obviously. But tell you what, I'm going to go show you a little bit of what I've been doing here. I'll just point the camera at my actual DMX controlled lights. There's one right there, and there's one right over there. I'm going to start playing. I'm programming Ghostbusters, but there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with these. Once you get the hang of it, it's not that difficult at all. I'm hoping now, my goal to get the show programmed and on and out on the house programming is a week from tomorrow. If I get this programming is actually going a lot quicker, and I'm not doing any programming on my Lightorama boxes, but because I'm not sure exactly what I'm plugging in. I think I've only got 2 or 3 channels to plug in out there, so that programming, it's going to take like 2 seconds. So I'm just focusing on the DMX, getting that done, and I have the projection video, and honestly with those 2 features, with my projection and with DMX, I'm going to have a pretty substantial show for Halloween anyway. So I might even get this up much sooner. I'm still looking for one fish tank to cover the other projector, and I've got to build the housing around it to make it look nicer, which I had planned on doing today, but as we can see, it is pouring rain, which makes all my work inside today, or at least until it stops. So there's a slim chance I might have this stuff up and running tonight, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I've got 3 songs, well, there's almost 3 songs programmed out of 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out of 6. So I'm halfway done programming, and if I sit here and do this over the next couple hours, I might even be pretty close to done. So let's see, cross your fingers, it might be up early. Alright guys, I'm going to add this video. I've been trying to get this video out, but I figured since we've kind of accomplished something, we got the show up and running, as you can see. There is a couple little things that a normal person might not recognize. Meaning normal person, meaning just someone that doesn't know how much time I spent on this. And obviously there's a couple of things with the projection mapping part that is just a little off. That's aggravating me, but I'm sure no one normally would see it. No trick-or-treaters or anybody that's coming to my house, obviously. But it's running. Got my speakers on, as you can hear. Everything looks to be good. If I had to say one thing, I wish I had a better projector. It is a little bit darker than I had thought, I anticipated. But the DM, well, they just stopped, but they're working great. everything seems to be working surprisingly well for my first go with this. And I'm going to be changing a couple things for the Christmas show, but as you can see, I got my projections on all 3 colors on the screen. A couple little things that I'm a little aggravated with. I got to adjust the projector just a little bit, but you can see for some reason that it doesn't fill up the screen up top, and the screen for some reason doesn't go all the way down to the bottom of the pillars. So I must have screwed up somewhere with my measurements when I was making my when I was cutting out my thing during paint and adjusting that. So I'm going to be taking another run at it for Christmas. Hopefully make it a little bit better. So as you can see, there's the DMX sites going. And once we get some fog pumped in here and get a little, foggy out here, those things are going to pop even more. Here in person, during certain colors up in the sky, you can actually come from down the street, see the beams going up into the sky, which is actually pretty cool. So anyway, this will be the last clip of this video, and we'll be good to go from there.